So yeah, I got Cuffy right here, man, St. Louis legend. You know what I'm saying? And I know people heard me speak about Meech's paperwork situation with the last interview that we had, and a lot of people had a lot of stuff to say. They don't believe it, Blues hating. You know what I'm saying? And when I went back and I looked at everything, I was like, you know what, bro? It's only right and only one way to really do it. You good? Only one way to really do it and just let Dog speak for itself. So I wanted him to call in, and this is him calling in during the interview. Go ahead, Cuff, man. You can introduce yourself and take the flow.
Blue, what's up, man?
Yes, sir.
Hey, a lot of people, man, is thinking that this thing is made up or this thing is fake or that I have an axe to grind. You feel me?
Right.
But I'm in here with a 27-year sentence based on Demetrius Flannery, as you all know as Big Meech, and Tammy Cowens, known in the paperwork as CS1.
Right.
Confidential source 1. So what Big Meech did was call a third-party cooperation. So Tammy Cowens signed up to be a DEA informant to give Demetrius Flannery a time cut, plain and simple.
Right. So
okay. So can you break down the story? Like, how do you know this? And how'd you come upon this information?
How do you know? How do you came upon this information, though?
We were rewarded what's called a Franks hearing. It's based on a case called U.S. versus Frank. So I would implore your listeners to look the case up. And what a Franks hearing entails is that you're able to cross-examine your accusers, meaning government agents, meaning informants, and so on and so forth, just like a regular trial. So this was testified in court.
Period. Point blank.
This was testified in court that I became a government informant to give Demetrius Flannery a time cut.
That's what was said on the stand, bro. The lady became a government informant to give Demetrius Flannery a time cut. But I think people would ask a question of this, though. This is what I got hit with a lot is, all right, then if he did it to get a time cut, then how come he still did all that time in jail?
Well, what they don't understand is that he never received the time cut because what came out was that she had an illicit sexual relationship with Special Agent Keith Cromer.
Special Agent Keith Cromer.
Handler. But her first DA handler was the guy, as you should know, Blue, who wrote the BMF indictment, Special Agent Jack Harvey.
Special Agent Jack Harvey is the person that locked us all up. He was also the person that locked up Terry White, which was her first case as a DEA agent. And then he retired. He retired after he got them 60 years.
Yeah, he retired, and then her handler became a brother by the name of Keith Cromer, Special Agent Keith Cromer, who was also fired behind this particular case. So Meech never received the time cut because, unbeknownst to a lot of people, it's against the law to have a sexual relationship or any personal relationship with a government informant.
This how it happened. Somehow, some way, because I don't know how, she met Special Agent Jack Harvey. You could leave that up to question. How did Big Meech's personal assistant / the person that handles all this business / the person that owns BMF Entertainment to this day since 2008?
Special Agent Jack Harvey. She put her with Harvey.
So now she meets Special Agent Jack Harvey, and then she starts working for Special Agent Jack Harvey, but not for the Meech case. It was for a whole nother case first. It was for Terry White. But once that case went well, okay, and once that went past and Terry White got his 30 years, Special Agent Jack Harvey retired. But now she was ready to go do the case for Meech and help get Meech his time cut. So now when Meech came up, it was a new person that came on, and his name was what's his name again, big homie?
Special Agent Keith Cromer.
Special Agent Keith Cromer is the new special agent after Jack Harvey retired. Now he's her handler. And they engulfed in a personal relationship, sexual, however they called it in the court. And through that relationship, it tainted the case, and it was dishonorable at that point. They had to throw that out. That's why Meech didn't get out. So now you pose the question of why is my big homie Cuff still in jail? And go ahead, Cuff. You can let them know why, how that happened.
From that conspiracy, they indicted me on 2 murder charges. Subsequently, I pled guilty to 2 gun charges in exchange for them dropping the murder charges.
Now, how did they? Hold on, let me ask this
How'd
for
they
you.
set you up?
Hold on, let me ask this for you right quick. How did they get you on something that was totally different from the case that Meech and them was had you in a wiretap for?
Out of a totally different, nothing to do with the drug conspiracy, but they falsely accused it as being a part of the drug conspiracy, and then they brought about the gun charges as using the gun charges in furtherance of a drug trafficking crime.
This call is from a federal prison.
Okay, and did they hit you with a superseding indictment or just?
They superseded me.
So they came out of that case that y'all was in court for and hit you with a whole brand new case that had nothing to do with that at all.
Didn't have nothing to do. Yeah, it still had something to do with that. They still let the drug conspiracy stand between Tammy Collins and myself. And she started. That's the only way that they can continue to have jurisdiction. They had to leave the drug charges there.
Oh, see, I thought that they said, all right, well, this case is over, but we
pick up murder charges or gun charges unless it's tied to something. If it's not tied to anything, then the government don't have jurisdiction. So a carjacking has to be tied to something. To have a gun charge of using a 924C, as I have, or 924J.
Oh, J.
You feel me? Discharging a firearm in furtherance of a drug trafficking crime that results in death.
Right.
How did Meech have information on you and give it to Tammy, and how did all that come together where they were able to, put all that together?
How did Meech have information on you and give it to Tammy so you could get caught up in it? How did that happen? So that means you got to go back to the movie.
Okay. So, well, let me take them back. So me and Tammy were working on the BMF movie. I originally had the script and paid for the script for the BMF movie, not the show that 50's doing on Stars. But I originally paid for the script for the BMF movie, so we were shopping the movie.
So Tammy was involved at that time, which is CS1.
Tammy Collins, CS1, had all Meech life rights.
Right. And what year was that?
This all the way back in 2010.
Okay. So
we proved that there was a legitimate business.
Right.
Legal business.
Right.
So, let's take it back. The original target was the guy by the name of Fidel Suarez. That was a Mexican cartel member out of California. He was the initial target.
Right. Fidel Suarez was the initial target out of Cali.
His name is in the paperwork.
Right.
Meech and Tammy was trying to get Suarez.
Oh, Meech and Tammy was trying to get Suarez.
Exactly. But when the government found out she was in contact with me, they switched the investigation toward me.
Bad work, my nigga. Bad work. It's just bad work.
Exactly.
Did she help set you up or anything like that?
What's called third-party cooperation, and that's what we've been preaching because that's the dirty little secret.
He just, all right, look, did she help set you up or anything like that?
Yeah, she set me up.
Bro, I broke all that down on our last interviews, bro. Listen, all right, let me explain to you what this lady did, man. She went to the police. All right, she went on a visit or something with Meech and got a play to run. Look, I need you to do this. I need you to do that. I need you to do this. I need you to do that. She left from up there talking to him and went to the police and said, look, I'm supposed to go do this and go do that and do this and do that. I told y'all we finna run the play. And they gave her the phones or whatever to hook up the wiretap. They gave her the hot phones to wiretap who she was talking to. And then she started communicating with everybody on this wiretap phone, bro.
Exactly.
That's how she did it.
With Jack Harvey. Meech put her with Special Agent Jack Harvey.
Where can people find this paperwork?
All right, look, this is where you can find the paperwork. Type in Tammy Collins CS1.
YouTube.
On YouTube. On Safari. Not on YouTube.
Okay, yeah.
On Safari. I'm just sending to the actual docket. Nah, forget YouTube. I'm sending them to the docket. The docket is public information. If you type in Demetrius Flannery CS1, type in Demetrius Flannery CS1. It's in your Safari search, and it's gonna pop up right at the top. A 35-page, 33-page docket with all the docket numbers and everything, so people can't be saying it's fake. For people that want to go to Pace or go wherever and pull it for real, you know what I'm saying, off the internet or from a government site or something, then they could do it because all the CR numbers and all of it is there. So look, when I just typed that in my phone, bro, see, because I don't want no mistakes about it. Hold on. When I just typed that in my phone, this is what it looked like in my phone, right? This is what it looked like in my phone. When I type it in my phone, this is what it looked like in my phone, right? And then I'm going to click on it. Boom. And when you click on it and enlarge it and click on the actual docket, this is what it looked like.
Okay.
Okay? So when you got that one with the red case number 414-CR-00088-RWS-SPM, do you know you got the right docket number? And this right here is United States District Court against Dion Lamont Gatlin, Timothy Lamont Rush, Andre Alfonso Rush, and Lorenzo Ralph Gibbs. So them is the defendants, okay? Right there. And all this shit should have been thrown out when the lady started on the mother agent, but they still didn't kept my man, and that don't make no sense. I don't understand it. So that's how you pull it up right there. And no question. I did that last time, didn't I? On the last interview, or maybe we didn't put it up. But it should be no question of why anybody is saying, but what is it? I heard some people come back and say, oh yeah, but it just say she did all of it. She did it all.
Yeah, but see, that's when you got to tie the dots between Special Agent Jack Harvey.
Yeah, I mean, not just Special Agent Jack Harvey, it's just her and me. She's the a co-executive producer of the BMF TV show. Of course he ain't gonna say nothing about it. They still in business to this day. She on the red carpet, they chopping their bag up right now. Me don't give a about.
Send his listeners to the Georgia Secretary.
But guess what though? Let me tell you the coldest part about this, Cuff. But me being out here still on this internet and watching what's going on and talking and got these young kids and so many motherfuckers to be able to get opinions from. And this day and age, bro, don't nobody even give a no more. They don't care. Yeah, y'all don't care. Don't nobody care. I know that don't nobody care, so I don't want nobody to react no certain way. This ain't for that. This is just the same information that motherfuckers be trying to drop on all that this is for that crowd of people. So know what's going on with when he come home and the real that's around understand what's going on. Fans gonna be fans, and we get that. I'm not trying to knock no for having no fans or no fan base or nothing that hung up here probably called back.
Hunter explained the relationship between Tammy and Big Meech.
Tammy Town. That was Blue Broad at first. You know that, right? That was his broad, right? So break it out. Okay. Big Meech just paroled, right? And he paroled to Fort Lauderdale to his son's little niece, to his baby mama, right? Let's establish that. All right. The first person that had Big Meech's life rights is a dude named Cuffy.
Okay.
From St. Louis, right?
Okay.
All right. Cuffy is the one that took Big Meech to a whole nother level. Money-wise, all that. He was what he was. So he got with Cuffy, everything went up 300-400%. So when Meech is in there, and he sent word through Tammy, because now that's his broad, to holler at Cuffy to make a move, he makes the move. He makes the move, federal agents come in. Cool. Come time for court, CI cooperator number 1 gets on the stand. CI number 1 is Tammy. It's also stipulated in the documents that CI number 1 is also the new owner of the BMF rights on Big Meech side. Now, here goes the thing. 50 Cent had to do the business with who? Tammy. Why? If you know this woman right here, this Joe Broad, is getting on the stand as a third-party cooperator against your man Cuffy, Why does she got your life rights? Why don't your baby mama that you just paroled to got your life rights? Why don't your son got your life rights? Your sister, your mama, your daddy, your brother. Because she has to cooperate for a reason, working for you. Now, remember back in 16, 17 when they said Big Meech don't get out early? That was all it is. But she's a federal agent. They pulled it off the table. It's all in the work. Okay, CI number one is to do owes the life rights to Big Meech and be a bad bro. Bro, that listen, ain't no soul, nothing. It's her. And right now, if you go look at the red carpet events, Google it. You'll see her. Says right. Look, I'm already in there, right? You come in.
Yeah.
I'm in there with 50 years. You come in. I befriend you, get to know you, whatever. I'm like, yeah, man, I still got a few teams out there doing their thing. You see I'm doing all right for myself in there. You're like, yeah, man, I got 1,000 bricks. I got buried such and such. If I can, and I don't trust none of my people, but we could work something. You move in, we keep moving them. Right? Boom. I call R&B. R&B, listen, at 1,000 bricks. Right? Contact them folks, let them know I didn't agree to move them for it. This where it's going to be, boom, boom, boom. Ask them, if I moved the majority of the bricks, how much time they'd knock off of my head. All right, baby, they saying for every 100 bricks you move, they're going to take 7 years, 8 years, 10 years off, whatever. She's my third party cooperator.
Okay, I understand that.
You know what I'm saying?
And let me ask you this question, because so he was given 30 years because I think this is the counter argument. He was given 30 years, right?
Yeah.
So if he got locked up in 2005, 30 years would have been him getting out in 2035, right?
85%.
Okay, and 85% of that would have been maybe
25 and a half.
Okay, exactly. So he would have got out in 2030.
24 at best.
Okay, so
let's say 6 months off of the halfway house. A year he didn't took the little drug program. So 24 years. He got out in 19 years. He out 5 years or 6 years or 5 years or.
And I guess that's what the counter argument is, though. Whack. Why would somebody cooperate for only 5 years off? The whole point of cooperating is to be like,
Blue Da Vinci did a safety valve for 8 months off. What you mean?
What's a safety valve?
Yeah, that's a whole nother story. But listen, anybody that says why would somebody cooperate for only 5 years off ain't never did no prison time. After 19, 20 years, that 5 years is eternity. You 56 years old, that's the difference between 56 and 62. Is it still only 5 years off? Now, his third party cooperation didn't bring him home early. He's not home early on no telling. I got the paperwork on why he's home early.
Gatling. I'm making this recording in regards to my dad. He's Dion Gatling. Most people know him as Cuffy. But I wanted to make this recording so I can shed light on some facts. My dad was set up by one of his best friends, which is Demetrius Flannery, also known as Big Meech. My dad and Meech have been friends for 30 years plus. I've known Meech my whole life. I look at him like an uncle. Like, this situation has been completely devastating on so many different levels, and there's still so many questions that aren't answered. At this point, I can only shed light on what I know for sure to be facts, and hopefully one day I will have the complete truth. But in 2011, around that time, Meech reached out to my dad in regards to creating a BMF movie. So Meech hooked my dad up with a woman named Tammy Cohen's. At the time, Tammy was Meech's power of attorney. Also, she owned the life rights. So my dad was working with Meech, Tammy, T, basically trying to work on a movie. Finally arrested my dad and we received the discovery. He knew exactly who CS1 was, and he told me and my mom that it was Tammy Cohen's. At that time, we really did not want to believe. We wanted to give Meech the benefit of the doubt. It was really, really hard to believe that Meech would set my dad up. It was almost unbelievable. So we were able to like reach out, get a message to Meech, and basically let him know that Tammy was an informant. We later received a message from him saying that it had to be a misunderstanding. Just call her, she'll straighten this out. So on, so on. And at this time, my dad was like, I'm not dumb. I'm not about to call an informant.
Cuffy only dealt with Tammy because of Big Meech.
Wanna be with me?
Copy, you know I want that.